What's going on, guys? I'm Steve. This is the Dynamic Reason channel. Listen, guys, I did a story about 3 hours ago about this woman right here. Her name is Shaneka and McKinzie, 36 years old, presently locked up in Miami-Dade County Jail. Now, new information has come out about the story I did. This is the woman that strangled her 8-year-old son in the car and rode around with his dead body while she ran errands. New information has come out because the story broke hours ago. And I got to be honest with you, man. You got to brace yourself. This is a sickening individual. Oftentimes in life, we parent like we were parented. God only knows what this woman went through in her upbringing. But what she did with strangling her son, there's no excuse for that. And I mean, I'll try to keep my emotions in check, man. But I mean, he had as much right to life as she does. She threw hers away by taking his for nothing. Now check out these new developments. Some of y'all are going to be heartfelt and say, "Oh, well, I don't, I could see, the motive of why she did it." I can't. And I'll explain why. Check out the video and I'll come back and do what I do.
Details after the death of an 8-year-old boy.
His mother is now under arrest, accused of strangling him. She told police that she planned the murder for days. Local 10's Rosh Lowe is live with what he's learned. Rosh.
In the last hour, we actually got new information from a source. This source tells Local 10 News that this mother and child were actually homeless. They're from Missouri. They were staying at an extended stay in the city of Miami. This source also tells us that the mom was a driver for DoorDash and would often take her child on calls. On the day in question, our source say that cops found this child dead in the back seat on the floor of his mom's car.
Miss McKinzie, you were arrested for one count of first-degree murder.
Shaneka McKinzie, behind bars, charged with murdering her 8-year-old son.
She killed her child.
She had been planning this for days, say cops, straight out of the arrest report. It reads, she utilized a black tablecloth to suffocate and strangle the victim. Moments later, when the victim stopped struggling and was rendered unconscious, the defendant released the tablecloth. Next, the defendant proceeded to conduct several errands throughout Miami-Dade County. Several hours later, the defendant drove the victim to Hialeah Hospital.
The defender's office.
And there she is in bond court, facing the charges, held without bond, in the murder of her own son. So once again, our source telling us that they were homeless. They were staying temporarily at this extended stay. The child was not enrolled in school in the area. And what is so disturbing about this case, police say for several hours, that child's dead body was on the floor of the back seat of that car. And mom eventually came here to Hialeah Hospital. She's now facing a first-degree murder charge behind bars with no bond.
Guys, I'm going to start it off by saying this. This woman right here is not a woman. Shaneka McKinzie, she's an animal. And self-preservation was her #1 prime directive. You cared nothing about that child. There's no fucking excuse for what she did, guys. There's none. And it hurts my heart to know that you left from Missouri. As a transplant, you're homeless. You get down there as a DoorDash driver. You're making money, taking your son with you, doing the best you can. And then over the last 3 days, all of a sudden, I don't want him no more. This is too much. You know what? I'm going to kill him. I just got to figure out how. Anybody out there that listens to me, I want you to picture this. For the past 3 days, she thought about how she was going to kill her own child. And for 3 days, her own child didn't even know this was coming. He was probably eating, laughing, thinking about when he's going back to school, because he wasn't in school yet. So that means they must have just got there. The friends he's going to make. Miami's a beautiful place. He's looking at stuff he's never seen before, coming from Missouri. Shout out Missouri. Excited for a new place and a new beginning. Even though he's young, his eyes are filled with curiosities and wonders from the things he's never seen before. And you come and take that from him. She suffocated this dude, this little boy, with a tablecloth in the back seat. Then left his body limp on the floor while he started to decompose while she drove around and did DoorDash deliveries to acquire more money for herself and not for both of them. That child is like an extension of your arm. He come from your womb, your greatest greatness. And you never seen it like that. I said earlier in the video, hey, this might have something to do with the dad or whatever, or her being overwhelmed. No, it's her being selfish. The reason why I don't give her no respect, and I damn sure don't give her no credit or anything as a mom, or feel any heartstrings pull on my heartstrings, none of that shit, is because of this. I myself was homeless on purpose when I came here to Houston. There were programs here. And you guys have been homeless before, you know, women and children get first priority from getting off the street. They're going to feed that baby no matter where you at. That's priority, because no city wants to have a child neglected and then have that type of strain on them. They have put the priority. She could have went to a shelter with that baby with her. She chose not to do that. There are various resources out here in any city to help you get on your feet, but you took no advantage of that. None. I hope they lift the jail up and crush you with it. That is not a woman. That's an animal. She needs mitts put on her immediately. Sitting up there looking evil as hell. Sad. You're not sad. You're only sad because you got caught. I would have gave her better respect if she took her son to a public place like a shopping mall and left him. At least he'd still be alive. To do this to a child is like beyond me, your child at that. Where are we as a people? Where are we as a society? Seriously. The story I'm about to do after this is going to knock your socks off too. It's like no respect for children, no respect for women. If it ain't guys killing women, it's women killing their kids. I've never heard a rap song where somebody said kill a child. Or a movie. Yes, it's a horror film or some type of suspense drama where the killer gets it in the end. Why would you have that motive in your head? Seriously. He's 8 years old. It don't take much to feed him. It doesn't. He might be hungry, but he might have to go without. But I mean, he's a boy. You could have reasoned with him. As long as he with his mom, everything all right. But you ain't see it like that. Sometimes people's failures, you know, in life, they put that on other people as if they're the anchor that holds them down, when really it's your mentality and what you will and won't accept. I'm going to say something to you real quick. One of the things that I went through as somebody that was homeless was, I don't want to say it's a depression, but it's a feeling of defeat. Even if you want to be in that position or not, you look back and you reflect about your life of how you wanted it to be or how it was. And you might say, damn, how did I ever get here? I think she had one of them moments. And nobody to talk to, nobody around there to talk with her and stuff. She said, you know what? I can't talk about adult problems to a kid, so what good is he? And she took him out. All in all, like I said, there's no excuse. There are programs. You could have gave the baby away, or you could have did something. That's the thing. It wasn't like your back was against the wall and it was either you or the kid and you couldn't save them. You could have done something. And that's what hurts me the most in this. Some of us out here have children by women that take advantage of our children, use them against us. Abuse the kids, and all we can do is sit outside the window and say, hey, don't do that. And here this woman had a child. and did this to him. I'm Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. I'm sorry I'm getting emotional. I got to get off of here. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'm going to take a break and then I'll come back. I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.